Let's see now. Ludwig. Ludwig's think tank. Hello there, and welcome to my think tank. And what can I do for you? I forgot. I invited you here to answer in one fell swoop all the questions you've been bugging me about schools and learning. Of course you came to the right place, because they don't call me Professor Von Drake for nothing. No, they gotta pay me. So come in and sit down, because I'm gonna tell you all about it. You see, school is a very important place, but that's not the only place to learn things. No, sirree, Bob. You can learn from books. I've had this one on my mind. Or you can learn from newspapers. Who, boy, who wants to learn that stuff? Or you can even learn from the movies. This one should win an Academy Award. But now we're going to learn by watching the TV. Let's take a sneak peek at what we're going to see. We'll start with my friend Harold and his amazing green plants.
Harold wasn't expecting anyone.
Well, here we are. I know. Don't trip on the...
Wait a minute, guys. Harold, you're not making the most of your pet.
Now, this guy's got a green thumb all over his body. Oh, boy, that Harold gets right to the root of things. Next, we'll watch as Scrooge McDuck teaches Donald's nephews all about money.
1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4...
Maybe Scrooge will pass out free samples with his lecture. Then we'll all hum along as we see how musical instruments were developed.
Okay, boys, you're on.
You probably didn't know that rock music got started in the Stone Age. Oh boy, have these guys got a tin ear. And then we get the bare facts from Winnie the Pooh all about the seasons.
The seasons?
Spring, summer, fall, and winter. You'll see.
Oh, I thought we were going to learn about oregano and paprika and garlic. Then fasten your seatbelts, because we're going to blast into space for a close look at comets. Now, that's what I call far out. Finally, we will take a guided tour through the magic world of numbers with my very favorite nephew, in fact, my only nephew, Donald.
That's me. Where am I?
Well, I don't know if we can count on Donald, but I'm sure he will figure it out. So what are you waiting for? Let's get the ball rolling. Take it away, Harold.
Once there was a boy named Harold. Harold lived in a building where everyone had a pet. Even Harold. Harold had a pet seed. Harold's pet was quiet. And I don't have to clean up after it either, Harold said proudly. Often Harold and his pet seed watched television together. And every Sunday, Harold would take his seed for a walk. And when Harold said, "Stay, stay," the seed always stayed. Harold wasn't expecting anyone.
Well, here we are. I know. Don't trip on the...
Wait a minute, guys. Harold, you're not making the most of your pet.
And Harold said, "I'm not?"
No, you're certainly not.
Did you know your pet can do amazing things, like make food for itself and for you?
Harold said, "Oh."
But first, you have to get your seed to grow.
And Harold thought,
No. The seed grows into a plant. Inside this seed is a tiny plant called an embryo.
I remember when I was a seed. Those were the days.
Look, there's the embryo. Isn't that great?
Beautiful.
but Harold couldn't see. "I can't see anything."
Sure you can.
And Harold disappeared right inside his seed. Wow. And what's this stuff?
Food.
Food? Harold wondered.
Right again. It's stored there by the mother plant to feed the seed until it can grow its own food.
That's the seed coat. I said it first.
Terrific. That's the hard covering that protects the little plant embryo inside the seed.
And Harold said, it's hard, all right. Now, how do I get it open?
Patience, Harold. The seed coat only opens when water touches the seed and the plant grows. In order to grow and keep on growing, seeds have to be placed where they get food called nutrients, like in the soil. And seeds need warmth. And do you know what else they need?
Water?
Exactly.
Harold wondered, how long does it take for the plant to start to grow?
Oh, from a few days to a few weeks.
I do have to clean up my room, and Saturday I was going to...
Okay. Then we'll speed things up.
Boy, Harold said, that plant pushed hard. Whoa!
Ah, that's the part that pushes out through the seed coat first. The roots.
Yes, the roots dig down into the soil to hold the plant in place.
Oh, you put that very nicely. I like the way you said it.
Nice?
And to keep it from being blown away by the wind.
Better.
Yeah, I think
I
you
like
put your
the
root
first
on it.
one.
Just then, Harold heard a noise. The roots are taking water and nutrients from the soil.
That's so the plant can grow strong and tall. You know, Harold, soon another part of the new plant comes out from the top of the seed.
Uh-oh.
There it goes.
That's the shoot, Harold. The shoot pushes the plant higher towards the sunlight.
Gosh, my pet's getting more exciting all the time.
Oh, but it'll get even more exciting.
Exciting.
Your plant will grow even more, but first, it needs food.
And Harold said, will this do?
No! Green plants make their own food.
Really?
How?
I didn't know that.
Remember how the roots took in water and nutrients found in the soil?
And Harold remembered.
From the roots, the water and nutrients move into the shoot where they travel through small tubes right into the leaves. So the food making, called photosynthesis, takes place in the leaves.
Photosynthesis.
Right. During photosynthesis, the plant takes in a gas called carbon dioxide out of the air and through its leaves.
What does carbon dioxide look like? Asked Harold.
Well, we can't see or smell it, but here, let's pretend. Let's say these bubbles are the carbon dioxide.
Look, exclaimed Harold. The plant's taking in the carbon dioxide right through tiny holes in its leaves.
Yes, and in the leaves, there's a chemical called chlorophyll.
Chlorophyll is what makes plants like me green.
A very attractive shade of green. I
Oh,
might
thank
add.
you. I'm very much
Next, the chlorophyll traps the carbon dioxide and mixes it with the water and nutrients brought up from the soil through the shoot. But to make food, the chlorophyll also needs energy from the sun. If the plant is in the sun, it keeps making food all the time.
Do green plants make all the food they need?
Actually, they make more than they need. Want to know where they store the extra food?
Of course.
Where?
Where?
Different plants store food in their different parts, like in the roots. Some of the plants you eat are roots. For example, carrots, radishes, and beets are all roots.
A puzzled Harold asked, what about flowers? Are they there just to make the plant look pretty?
No,
no,
not at
no
all. No
way.
way.
The flower is the part of the plant that makes seeds. That swollen part at the base of the flower is called the ovary. The seeds grow inside the ovary. Then the ovary becomes a fruit. As it changes, it gets bigger
And bigger and bigger
until it blows up. No, till it turns into a fruit. As the fruit grows, the flower dries up and falls off. Harold, what kinds of fruit do you like?
And Harold named, apples, strawberries, peaches, and oranges. And those all have seeds.
I have seeds, too. I'm a fruit.
You and me both. The seeds inside of fruits are ready to grow into new plants.
Unless we eat them first, mumbled Harold. But the seeds we don't eat, how do they get around to places where they can grow?
Of course, seeds used to grow food crops are planted by people, but seeds get around lots of other ways, too.
Birds take them back to their nests, but they drop some. The wind also carries seeds to new places.
Even animals carry seeds, so they don't know it.
Wow, my pet seed can do lots of things the neighbor's pets can't do. And Harold told his seed, who was now a plant, you really are important.
Me? Us?
Sure, Harold answered, because everything we eat comes from plants, or animals that eat plants. No living thing could survive without you.
Oh, shucks.
Nothing really. I mean, it is
Well, it is
something.
something. Yeah, I think-
Enjoy your plants, Harold.
You think about this. That's the bad one.
Now Harold has lots of pets, and he loves them. He wouldn't trade them for... Funny, Harold wasn't expecting anyone. And Harold said, No, Harold wouldn't trade any other pet in the world for one of his amazing seeds.
I like the tomato because it had a peel. But anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. You know what is the biggest problem people have in learning? They don't think. That's T-H-I-N. Oh, let's see. There we go. Think. Oh, boy, that was bad. People say to me, Ludwig, if you're so smart, why ain't you rich? And you know what I say to them? I say I am rich, because the best things in life are free. And I got them all. But here's someone with a lot of money to tell us all about it.
Circulate, franc, peso, or piaster, dollar, ruble, or yen. If they stop moving, it's disaster till they're moving again. It's gotta circulate, circulate, come out of the woods, stimulate, motivate, service and goods. It's no nest egg to incubate. Money's got to circulate. Money's gotta circulate. 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4...
Uncle Scrooge! Hi, Uncle Scrooge!
Just tidying up a bit, keeping things neat. Now, what can I do for you laddies? Pull up a column and have a seat.
Look at all the money we've earned, Unc.
Ah, that's what I like to see. $1.95.
That's right. Gee, he sure knows his money.
Aye. And what do you plan to do?
We want you to save it for us, so we can be rich like you.
Well, saving is the first important step, no doubt. But money is something you should learn more about. I'm not the richest duck in the world today because I just salted my money away. Which brings up a point. If you'll step from the vault, once money really was salt.
Salt? That's hard to believe.
Ah, but that was the pay a Roman soldier would receive. And if he was lazy or his work was at fault, do you know what folks said?
He isn't worth his salt.
Aye. Salt was called salarium. That's where our word salary comes from.
Oh, look! Pirate money.
Aye, a piece of 8.
Why was it called that?
Here, I'll demonstrate. In a piece of 8, 8 pieces fit. Every piece is called a bit. 4 of the bits in each half sits, and half of a half is called...
2 bits.
Correct. Now, these ancient Greek obols, tiniest coins of all, were carried in the mouth. They were so wee small. When a Greek went shopping, think of the yaks, as he coughed up the price and swallowed the tax. Now, the largest coin is this stone wheel from the island of Yap.
It's too big to steal.
Aye, laddies, that's so. Now, there was a time when there was no money, in those dark ages of primitive man. You see, money wasn't really needed until civilization began. A group of cavemen met one day to see if they could trade. They brought their spears and tiger skins and tools that they had made.
But how many tools for a tiger skin, and how many skins for a spear? The aggregation in frustration hollered loud and clear, we need money, some form of money. How should we go about this anyhow? We could use corn or salt or oats, dried fish perhaps, or nanny goats. But we must set a standard of value now.
A survey of the polls revealed that goats got all the votes. Then some smart jokers priced a knife at 3 1/2 goats.
So back to the salt and the tiger skin, dried fish and pepper and tea, corn and beef and shells and seeds, as man cried bitterly, we need money, some stable money. Why should this be so awkward to arrange? We ought to try some metal things like swords or hooks or pots for rings, and thus improve our medium of exchange.
Well, articles of silver, copper, bronze, and gold were tried. And most successful was a disc with pictures on each side.
Along with the coin came the paper bill, backed by a government's name. They both cashed good like good cash should, but man yelled just the same, we need money, convenient money. To cart this stuff around is too absurd. Why can't we store it high and dry and sign for everything we buy? It would be great if payment could be deferred.
Aye, that's exactly what occurred. Next came checks and credit cards and purchasing on time. When spending grows so easy, it's hard to save a dime.
Most men keep a family well fed today, clothed and sufficiently warmed. But in the main, their wives complain from habits they have formed. We need money! Boy, we need money! It's finally reached the stage that we adored. We're glad we don't need fish or oats or tiger skins or nanny goats. Our money's fine now, all that we need is more.
Uncle Scrooge, why don't they just print up a few billion or so?
A few billion? Oh, dear, no. Why, that word billion, how it's abused. If it weren't so frightening, I'd be amused. Folks have no conception. Now, how much is in this hat?
Gee, a billion? Or more than that.
See what I mean? They were nowhere near. There's only 100,000 here.
$1 billion stacked upright without an accident is about 800 times the height of the Washington Monument. $1 billion on the ground, all stretched out and uncurled, would extend about 4 times around the circumference of the world.
Pick one up each second, day and night without a break. In 32 years, you'd have them all. But oh, your back would ache.
$1 billion, 6 feet wide and arched across the sea. What a nice green bridge to walk or ride to the beach at Waikiki.
Gosh, $1 billion sure is a lot.
Aye. Now print several billion and see what you've got. But unless something's behind it, in the treasury, something solid and secure, like me, we'd have inflation.
Inflation?
Oh, that's a mess. Your money would be worth less and less. It might take this hatful, I dare say, to buy what your piggy bank would buy today. $1 wouldn't be worth the paper it's printed on. Pooh! Oh, Hootman, my. It's what you can buy with what you've got. That's what counts. It's a question of economics.
Economics?
Aye. It only means household management. It's from an old Greek word. Household management, that's budgeting, do you ken?
Budgeting?
Aye. Financial discipline. Let's say your income is like a pie. There's a piece for everything you buy. Cut portions wisely. Don't be unnerved, or it will all be gone before everyone is served. You have to pay the rent.
And you have to buy clothes, the grocery bills, you have to pay those.
You can see at once where your money all goes when you plan the budget. The first of every month, the installments fall due. The note on the car, the TV set too. You'll be better off when you finally get through working out the budget.
Pink, blue, and white bills all over the place.
The power and light bills staring you directly in the face.
Payments cut in half, or you want to be fair. You send a bit here, you send a bit there. Now you realize that you're getting somewhere, balancing the budget.
Uh-oh, lads, we've been somewhat lax. We forgot the piece for the income tax.
Income tax?
Aye, though taxes are a pain in the whatchamacallit, this right here, the wallet, taxes are the funds governments must get to run their households and keep out of debt.
They must have a budget, too.
Aye, that they do. That they do. You see, the government provides, through the taxes we pay, our bridges and schools and places to play.
Builds the county road or the modern highway, called for in the budget. Departments of police and of water and fire, the various courts, the juries they hire, aeroplanes and ships and the care they require, all are in the budget. No one relaxes when tax deadlines fall, but without our taxes, we would have no government at all. In budgeting a home and a government too, it really should show a profit to you. Something should be left when the payments are through, when you plan the budget.
Always remember to save a slice for yourself.
When you plan the budget.
After all, it's your pie. And that's how I became rich, making the little slices grow. Money shouldn't be idle and must be put to work, you know.
Oh, yeah? How about all that idle dough you got stashed away?
Oh, no, lads. This is just petty cash. Moves in and out each day. If I sat on my money, I might just as well be stranded on a desert island for all the good 'twould do me. I couldn't eat it, couldn't wear it, couldn't use it. Ooh, I can't bear it. Help! Money should never stagnate, but like ocean currents, circulate. Like the ocean currents control the world's weather, you see, circulating money controls the economy. Money must keep moving to fulfill its obligation.
And if you squeeze it too tight, you'll stop its circulation.
That's a funny one. And how true?
We don't want that to happen to our money. We want our piggy bank to grow.
Well, making a shrewd investment is the soundest way I know. This way, please, prospects. It behooves you when investing to investigate the facts, and you'll profit while digesting how a corporation acts. Let us take a firm at random. For example, this one here, from the start of the second quarter to the end of the fiscal year. Oh, it's simple. Isn't it simple? Yet you have to understand it to survive. All the facts you must digest if you're thinking to invest the remarkable sum of $1.95.
Oh, it's simple. Isn't it simple? In the proper hands, your money is alive.
All the facts you must digest if you're thinking to invest the remarkable sum of $1.95. Now, laddies, is everything clear?
No, but it sounds like a good deal.
Fine, fine. Sign here. Congratulations, stockholders. That'll be a 3-cent fee.
3-cent fee?
For my time and consultation. Nothing good is ever free.
And now our money's going to work. Right, Uncle Scrooge?
Aye, laddies, you've made a handsome start. You've invested very wisely. And investing wisely is an art.
It's gotta circulate, circulate, round and around. Circulate, circulate, get off the ground. It needs a direction to journey to. If you want your money to be good to you, it's gotta circulate, circulate, come out of the woods. Stimulate, motivate, service and goods. It's no nest egg to incubate. Money's got to circulate. Money's gotta circulate.
You know what this is? It's called a flugelhorn. Do you know why they call it a flugelhorn? Because it sounds like one. Ooh, I'll bet you're wondering what a flugelhorn sounds like, hmm? Well, I'm gonna show you. Well, I wonder what it sounds like, too. Herman, you don't look so good. You better go sit down. You see, learning starts with wondering. You wonder, then you look for an answer. Then you find it, and then let's see. What was the last one? Oh, yes, you remember it. That's how you learn. You ever wonder where the first flugelhorn came from? Well, get ready. Because we're going to learn right now.
A toot and a whistle and a plunk and a boom. That's where the music, that's where the music comes from.
I'll tell you, if those guys start breakdancing, they're really gonna break something. Have you noticed there's a definite chill in the air? Well, I have. It happens every year about the time school is starting up. Those school days. Bundling up all warm and cozy when the frost is on the pumpkin. But then before you know it, it's summer again, and you're sitting in the shade of a cool tree wondering what happened to winter. You know what I mean? Well, you know who didn't? Winnie the Pooh, that's who. Boy, he could have gotten into an awful mess. Just watch this.
Hello, Pooh. This is for you.
It's very... and then again... Christopher Robin, what is it?
It's a calendar. This way, you can keep track of the days and weeks and months and the seasons.
The seasons?
Spring, summer, fall, and winter. You'll see.
Spring had come to the 100-acre wood, and outside his house, Winnie the Pooh was watching the flowers grow. As he studied them, up walked his friends Eeyore and Rabbit.
Eeyore, Rabbit, did you ever think how it must feel to be a flower? Living underground all winter, then coming up in the spring?
Very uncomfortable, I shouldn't wonder.
No, I think it must be very restful. Lots of plants and animals rest in the winter and wake up in the spring. For instance, Pooh, look at your tree.
Little leaf buds are growing, and the robins have come back from their winter home.
The squirrels are busy, too, hunting for food.
I like the puffy white clouds. Aren't they? That is... Oh, my goodness. They've turned gray.
Never trust a cloud, I always say.
That's another thing about spring. It rains a lot. Come on, let's go inside.
As they ran for cover, the sun peeked out from behind a cloud, and a rainbow blazed across the sky. But soon it had passed, and so too had spring. Summer brought warmer weather and longer days, and walks in the wood. Pooh often went strolling with his friends, Rabbit, Piglet, and Owl.
You see, Pooh, the summer is a time for growing. The grass gets greener, and the trees take on a thick coat of leaves.
Look! Blueberries! They've grown so big, they seem ready to...
Small swimming tadpoles turn into fat frogs. Eggs hatch, and many baby animals get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Ooh. One thing you can count on in summer is higher temperature.
What temperature?
Pooh, temperature is a way of telling how hot or cold things are. High temperature means it's hot, and low temperature means it's cold.
Just then, a familiar-looking shape floated by.
Eeyore, what are you doing in there?
Oh, I was just testing the water. It's a bit wet, but the temperature is quite cool and nice. You should try it. And so they did. The animals spent the rest of the day floating lazily in the pond, talking about blueberries and tadpoles and temperature. Over the next few months, there were many walks and many adventures. The days were getting shorter, and summer was giving way to fall. Fall was a time for gathering, and that's just what Pooh, Rabbit, and Eeyore were doing one gusty, blustery day in October.
Let's see. We've gathered apples from the trees, acorns from the ground, and a pumpkin from the vine.
Rabbit, this has been a very nice afternoon. A very full afternoon, but could we go to Owl's house now? I feel a rumbly in my tumbly, and I think Owl might have a bit of honey.
As they crunched through the leaves, they saw animals getting ready for the cold weather ahead. Squirrels were gathering nuts and storing them in the ground. A caterpillar was weaving a cocoon where it would sleep during the coming months. Some birds were flying south to spend the winter in warmer places. At last, the three animals arrived at Owl's house.
My, what a wonderful harvest.
It's not a harvest, Owl. It's a pumpkin.
See here, I know what a pumpkin is.
Pooh, harvest means food that's picked or gathered. Apples and pumpkins and lots of other things are harvested in the fall because that's when they ripen.
I thought they ripened in the autumn.
Well, they do, Eeyore. Autumn is simply another name for fall.
Oh.
Owl, I was just wondering whether you'd harvested any honey this fall, in case anyone is feeling tired from carrying things.
Well, of course, my dear Pooh. Oh, I have some right inside. Bring in the food, and we'll have an autumn feast.
As the weeks wore on, the weather grew colder, the bright colors faded, and before long, winter was approaching. Winter brought snow and shorter days. Sometimes it also brought visitors.
Pooh, come on outside. It's beautiful.
It's so quiet out here.
Of course, Pooh. Ooh. You see, winter is a time when plants and animals rest. Beneath the snow, the grass is brown. In the soil, seeds are sleeping, waiting for the spring.
Why aren't there any leaves on these trees?
The trees are resting too, Piglet. They'll grow new leaves in the spring.
Have you noticed how hard and slick the water's been lately?
That's because during winter, the water freezes and turns to ice. Then in the spring, when it gets warm again, the ice and snow begin to thaw. In other words, they begin to melt.
Come on, let's play in the snow before it thaws.
Pardon me, Piglet, but I'd rather you didn't jump on my nose.
Eeyore, what are you doing under there?
Some of the other animals were sleeping, so I thought I'd give it a try. But it seems that I picked a busy part of the wood.
Yes, I see. Hibernation and so forth.
Hive of nations? What does that mean?
Hibernation. It's a kind of sleep. Gophers and badgers and other animals hibernate to help themselves through the winter.
As Rabbit finished, a familiar voice floated through the wood.
Pooh, oh, Pooh.
Over here, Christopher Robin.
In just a few moments, Christopher Robin was standing in their midst.
I've brought you a new calendar, Pooh, so you can follow the seasons again next year.
The seasons? What are they?
Well, Piglet, you see, spring's when the world awakens. Summer is the time to grow. Autumn is for getting ready to be warm through the winter snow. And we call these times of year seasons. They repeat in their order round and round. There's spring, summer, fall, and winter's last of all. And that's what the seasons are about. Just wait, Piglet. You'll see. Right, Christopher Robin?
Right, Pooh. Silly old bear.
I just thought that I would like to catch up on some light reading before we start the next film. You know, books are a great way to learn about things. Just now I learned that I don't want to carry all these books any farther than I have to. Whew. Now, you know what causes the seasons that we just learned about? I'm gonna tell you. The Earth moving around the sun. The Earth moves around the sun so it don't smash into it. That's why. Whew. I think I just wiped out the whole continent of Europe, not to mention my hand. I want to leave my mark on the world, but this is not what I had in mind. Anyway, you know the sky is full of cosmic treats and mysteries. It seems like the more we learn about outer space, the more there is to find out. Did you know that new comets are coming into our solar system all the time? Well, as soon as I get my foot out of here, I'll show you. When I get out of here, let's learn all about comets. Ow!
Let us imagine ourselves 5 billion years back in time. In the outer part of the Milky Way, there floated an immense cloud of gases and dust. Gradually, the swirling cloud began to condense in some places, forming several disks. One of them was the solar nebula, from which our solar system was to emerge. Almost all the material in the nebula was pulled into the center, where it formed a new star, the sun. Out of what was left, a few smaller bodies took shape far from the sun. These became the planets and their moons. By about 4.5 billion years ago, the solar system had formed. That's the theory. But we don't know exactly how the sun and its family came into being. We know more about the evolution of stars than we do about our own origins. Why? Because enormous changes went on in the early history of the solar system. Chunks of matter left over from the condensing disk bombarded planets and moons. Some of them melted and later cooled into solid rocky bodies. Other planets became huge globes of gases and liquids. These dramatic changes are like a curtain that hides what we want to know. How did the solar system really form? From our observatories, we look for clues in the night sky that will help us draw back that curtain. One group of objects in particular may give us some of the answers we're looking for. They are the comets. Occasionally, one of these lonely wanderers passes near the sun. Then, night after night, sometimes for weeks, a comet blazes a glowing path across the sky on its journey around the sun and back to deep space. The astronomer reaches out to the comet with instruments, wanting to understand it better. For scientists believe that comets may still contain particles of the original cloud from which the solar system condensed over 4.5 billion years ago. If that is so, then comets may be our best chance to discover how the solar system came into being. Comets have long been part of humanity's history and legends. A medieval artist associated a comet with a joyful event, the birth of Jesus. But usually, comets were seen as evil omens. Misfortune would surely follow them. People feared these mysterious streaks in the night sky, believing they were symbols of God's anger. But a few saw them as part of the natural world which they wanted to understand. Through careful observations, scientists of the 16th and 17th centuries discovered that comets orbited the sun. Edmund Halley, an English astronomer, was one of these scientists. He tracked the great comet of 1682 and realized that this same comet might have been seen many times in the past. He predicted that it would return about every 76 years. Some thought the idea was ridiculous, but the comet's next return proved that Halley was right. When this comet, now called Halley's Comet, returned in 1910, millions of people were fascinated by the heavenly spectacle. Scientists studied the comet closely, and it was photographed for the first time as it orbited the sun
and disappeared into space for another 76 years. What we know about comets is limited by what we've observed from Earth. Over 500 comets are well known, and with the help of computers, we can plot some of their orbits around the sun. Here, the computer first draws the orbits of the outer planets, then the path of a comet. Some comets come from enormous distances and may take several million years to circle the sun. They may appear only once in our night sky before escaping from the solar system. Nearly 100 comets have short periods, meaning that they return in less than 200 years. One comes back every 3 years and 4 months. Here the computer shows the motion of a comet called Tempel 2. Notice that it speeds up as it approaches the sun, then slows down again as it moves away. A comet may approach the sun from any angle. Halley's Comet, for example, orbits the sun in the opposite direction from the planets. Some comets never go beyond the orbit of Jupiter. Others, like Halley, travel nearly to the edge of the solar system before the sun's gravity pulls them back. The motions of comets are relatively simple to compute. But even the best Earth-based instruments can't reveal the exact composition and structure of comets. For this reason, our present knowledge is mostly theory. The evidence we have suggests that at the heart of a comet is a nucleus of ice and dust, the largest probably not more than about 30 kilometers across. The nucleus is what scientists would like to study most. As the comet moves closer to the sun, gases and dust begin to boil off, forming a diffuse cloud called the coma. The coma may get to be 100,000 kilometers across, and it practically hides the nucleus. The coma blends into the tail, the most spectacular feature of a comet. The tail grows longer as the comet moves closer to the sun, and always points more or less away from it. That's because the sun's energy acts like a wind that blows gases and dust away from the comet's nucleus. A comet's tail may extend for tens of millions of kilometers, farther than light travels in 1 minute. But with each trip around the sun, a comet loses some of its substance. Eventually, a comet dies. Yet, even as old comets are consumed, new ones continue to enter the solar system. But from where? If we could travel away from the sun, leaving all the planets behind until they disappear into the blackness of space, and until the sun itself is just another bright spot in the sky, we would find a thin cloud of objects enveloping the solar system. These are the original comets, billions of them scattered across half a light year of space. They have been here unchanged since the beginning of the solar system. Occasionally, one of these comets changes direction, perhaps because another star passed nearby, and begins its journey toward the sun. Hundreds, perhaps thousands of years later, it may become visible from Earth, still carrying clues about the early history of the solar system. Recently, we began sending spacecraft to explore other planets and moons, hoping to add to our understanding of how they were formed. Every such voyage has added immensely to our knowledge and has tantalized us with new puzzles. One day, we may be able to study a comet at close range, and so get answers we can get nowhere else about the origin of the solar system, and perhaps even about the origin of life on Earth.
Well now, if we're all gonna make straight A's in school this year, we have to understand the psychology of the classroom. That means the teacher needs to understand the child. And the child needs to understand psychology. Let me see. No, let's take off the P and the C and put the... No, that's not right yet. Let me see. Now, P, L, psych. No? Well, Well, it's all Greek to me. But one thing for sure, you have to learn mathematics. Now, it's all right here in this book. But who can read this book? It doesn't have any writing in it. So we all know that 1 and 1 is 2. And there's a family, and 1 equals 2. And 2, and 2, and 2, and pretty soon you got a whole team. And the guy goes around the left and over there to the right. He takes the ball, he runs around the left half. He's running, he knocks the statue. Ooh, where was I? I got carried away. Boy, any more plays like that, and I'm going to get carried away in an ambulance. I always get the same letters when it comes to mathematics. Dear Doctor, help! But there's no need for alarm. Not only is mathematics easy, it's fun and exciting, and it's everywhere. In Comets, in money, even in the seasons. If you don't believe me, just watch this.
Strange. Sure, that's an odd-looking creature. What kind of a crazy place is this? Now what are those? Scrabbles?
Pi is equal to 3.14159265358974 etc., etc., etc.
Hello, Donald.
That's me. Where am I?
Mathmagic land.
Mathmagic land? Never heard of it.
It's the land of great adventure.
Now, who are you?
I'm a spirit. The true spirit of adventure.
That's for me. What's next?
A journey through the wonderland of mathematics.
Mathematics? That's for all kids.
Eggheads? Now hold on, Donald. You like music, don't you?
Yeah?
Well, without eggheads, there would be no music. Come on. Let's go to ancient Greece, to the time of Pythagoras, the master egghead of them all.
Pythagoras?
The father of mathematics and music.
Mathematics and music?
Ah, you'll find mathematics in the darndest places. Watch. First, we'll need a string. Stretch it good and tight. Plunk it. Now divide in half. Plunk again. You see? It's the same tone, one octave higher. Now divide the next section. And the next. Pythagoras discovered the octave had a ratio of 2 to 1. With simple fractions, he got this. And from this harmony in numbers developed the musical scale of today.
Why, Donald, you do find mathematics in the darndest places.
You can imagine how excited Pythagoras was when he shared his findings with his pals, a fraternity of eggheads, known as the Pythagoreans.
They used to meet in secret to discuss their mathematical discoveries. Only members were allowed to attend. They had a secret emblem, the pentagram. Let's see what the topic is for today.
What's going on?
It's a jam session.
Give me something with a beat.
Shh.
From these eggheads, the Pythagoreans, with their mathematical formula, came the basis of our music of today.
Right, put it down. Well, I'll be a past-rate fan.
It was our old friend Pythagoras who discovered that the pentagram was full of mathmagic.
The two shorter lines combined exactly equal the third. And this line shows the magic proportions of the famous golden section. The second and third lines exactly equal the fourth. Once again, we have the golden section. But this is only the beginning. Hidden within the pentagram is a secret for creating a golden rectangle, which the Greeks admired for its beautiful proportions and magic qualities. The star contains the golden rectangle many times over. It's a most remarkable shape. It can mathematically reproduce itself indefinitely. All these rectangles have exactly the same proportions. This figure also contains a magic spiral that repeats the proportions of the golden section into infinity. To the Greeks, the golden rectangle represented a mathematical law of beauty. Today, the golden rectangle is very much a part of our modern world. Modern painters have rediscovered the magic of these proportions. Indeed, this ideal proportion is to be found in life itself.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is mathematics. I like mathematical figures like that.
Donald.
Let me try it.
No.
Ideal proportion.
Not quite. No, I'm afraid not. Well, we can't all be mathematically perfect.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, I knew I could do it.
Now that you're all pent up in a pentagon, let's see how nature uses this same mathematical form. The petunia. The star jasmine. The starfish. The wax flower. There are literally thousands of members in good standing in nature's Pythagorean Society of the Star. All nature's works have a mathematical logic, and her patterns are limitless. The magic proportions of the golden section are often found in the spirals of nature's designs. The profusion of mathematical forms brings to mind the words of Pythagoras. Everything is arranged according to number and mathematical shape. Yes, there is mathematics in music, in art, in just about everything. And as the Greeks had guessed, the rules are always the same. Well, Donald, did you enjoy your geometrical journey?
Gee, Mr. Spirit, Guess I don't know to mathematics then 2 times 2.
That's right, Donald. And you can find mathematics in games, too.
Games? Oh, boy.
Let's begin with a game that's played on squares.
Checkers?
No, chess.
Chess?
A mathematical contest between two minds. It's a game that has been enjoyed for centuries by kings and commoners. In fact, Lewis Carroll, a famous mathematician with a literary mind, used chess as a setting for his classic tale, Through the Looking Glass. Alice found herself face to face with a none too friendly group of chess pieces.
Good heavens! What's this?
On my soul, it appears to be a lost pawn.
I'm no pawn. I'm Donald Duck.
He says he's Donald Duck.
Preposterous.
Or it could be an Alice.
Alice?
No, no, no. It's a lost pawn.
Lost pawn? Stop that pawn!
Ow, Mr. Spirit! Ow, ow, ow! Phew, that was close.
Now you can look at this game from a safer perspective. Chess is a game of calculated strategy, and since the board is geometrical, the moves are mathematical. Checkmate, and the game is over.
That's very interesting. What's next?
Practically all games are played on geometrical areas. The baseball field is a diamond.
Oh, boy.
And without mathematics, we couldn't even keep score. Football is played on a rectangle divided by yard lines. Basketball is a game of circles, spheres, and rectangles. Even hopscotch has its multiple squares.
What's next? Get any wins?
No. A mathematical game played on a field of 2 perfect squares, using 3 perfect spheres, and a lot of diamonds. In other words, billiards.
Oh, boy. That's for me.
You know the game, don't you, Donald?
Of course. The cue ball has to hit the other 2 balls. Like this.
Now let's see how an expert at 3-cushion billiards uses his head.
3-cushion?
Yes. The cue ball not only has to hit both the other balls, but it must contact at least 3 cushions before it hits the final ball. One, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. It takes an expert to make several shots in succession. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Wow, that's amazing. How does he do it?
First, there's technique. He's striking the cue ball low, so it'll spin backwards. Hitting the ball on the right side will make it hug the rail. These trick shots take a lot of practice.
He missed that.
1, 2, 3.
What's the mathematic about that?
Oh, this game takes precise calculation. He figures out each shot in his head. He could play it like this, but it calls for quite a bit of luck. There is a better choice. For this, he uses the diamond markings on the rail as a mathematical guide. First, he figures the natural angle for hitting the object balls. And then he finds that his cue ball must bounce off the number 3 diamond. Next, he gets ready for the shot, and he needs a number for his cue position. This calls for a different set of numbers.
Very confusing, isn't it?
Not when you get the hang of it. You see, the cue position is 4. Now a simple subtraction. 3 from 4 is 1. So if he shoots for the first diamond, he should make it. It's called playing the diamond system. Natural angle, 2. Cue position, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5. 2 from 3.5 is 1.5. So, shoot halfway between the first and second diamonds.
There's nothing to it. Let me try. Let's see now. If I hit it here, it'll bounce there and no here. If I hit it here, 4.5 minus 3, 3.5 plus 4 added to 2, then divided into 2. I guess I should shoot about here.
No, Donald. There's no guesswork to mathematics. It's quite simple. Natural angle for the hit, 2. Cue position, 3.5. How much is 3.5 minus 2?
1.5. Six. If I hit it here, 3.5 plus 4, 2, 4.5 minus 3, divided by 9,
You're making it tough for yourself, Donald.
How do you like that for mathematics, Mr. Stewart?
Wonderful, Donald. And now you're ready for the most exciting game of all.
Oh, boy!
And the playing field for this game is in the mind. Oh, look at the condition of your mind. Antiquated ideas, bungling, false concepts, superstitions, confusion. To think straight, we'll have to clean house. That's more like it. A nice, clean sweep. This game is played with circles and triangles. Think of a perfect circle. A perfect circle. Perfect circle. Perfect. Put a triangle inside and turn it. Now spin the circle. And what have you got? Yes, a sphere. The shape of things is first discovered in the mind. Slice off the top, and we have a
magnifying glass.
That's right. A lens is a section of a sphere. All optical instruments are created through mathematics. You see, there's a lot more to mathematics than just numbers and equations. Let's get back to our circle and triangle. Roll it, and we have a
wheel.
The circle has been the basis for many of man's important inventions. The mind can create the most amazing things. If we spin the triangle, we have a
Cone.
Slice the cone. The cone is full of useful mathematical shapes. Slice it again. Slice it several times. The orbits of all planets and satellites can be found in the cone. No matter how you slice it, it's always mathematics. A slice like this gives us the reflector of a searchlight. A slice like this, the mirror of a giant telescope. A line on a cone, and we have a drill. And a spring. Now you're ticking.
Number, please.
The mind is the birthplace for all of man's scientific achievements. The mind knows no limits when used properly. Think of a pentagram, Donald. Now put another inside, a third, and a fourth. No pencil is sharp enough to draw as fine as you can think, and no paper large enough to hold your imagination. In fact, it is only in the mind that we can conceive infinity. Mathematical thinking has opened the doors to the exciting adventures of science.
I'll be doggone. I've never seen so many doors before.
Each discovery leads to many others, an endless chain.
What's the matter with these doors? Hey! These doors won't open. They're locked.
Of course they are locked. These are the doors of the future, and the key is...
Mathematics.
Right. Mathematics. The boundless treasures of science are locked behind those doors. In time, they will be opened by the curious and inquiring minds of future generations. In the words of Galileo, mathematics is the alphabet with which God has written the universe.
Well, there's a lot to think about in a think tank. Remember, learning is fun. It starts with curiosity, then understanding, and finally it's what was the last part? Oh, yes, remembering. I sure hope you learn as much as I did. Who says you can't teach an old duck new tricks? Or maybe it's you can't teach an old dog to duck. Anyway, they were sure barking up the wrong tree. Because I'm learning new things every day, and so are you. So long.